good part about being good friends with him is that he also happened to play the drums right when I needed a drummer. His name is Daru Jones. That's the kind of guy he is. Daru, if I could ask you a favor, I haven't asked you many favors since I've known you. Would you mind hitting me with some sort of Dave Brubeck-esque jazz beat? This next man I'm sure will oblige you. I've known this man for several years. 2.5. We met 2.5 years ago. He was at the same symposium on plastic surgery I was at in Brazil. His name is Dominic Davis. He plays the bass. He's from Detroit, Michigan. Dominic, can I ask you a favor of you? And I know I don't do this often. Would you please join Daru on this Dave Brubeck-esque jazz ensemble? Unbeknownst to many of you, and some of you musicologists out there might know, it sounds like Dominic has chosen to play the bass line from the song "You Wash Your Face in My Sink" by an early 90s hip-hop group called Dream Warriors. I'm going to make it my mission for the rest of the night to just blatantly say out loud everything that's happening on stage. I hope that's okay with everybody here. These 3 amplifiers here are no longer going to be a mystery. These are amplifiers that were made by the RCA company, a brilliant company that made many things from microphones and televisions. Lots of things that your parents watched a long time ago. Well, these particular amplifiers were made for the public school system. They were made for such things as morning announcements at school and the national anthem. What's interesting to me about them is that they have a phono input and a microphone input. Such as the principal of the school would make the morning announcements about what time gym class was to be let out and what teacher was sick. And at the same time, they can plug a record player into them and play the national anthem for the kids to stand up to say the national anthem along with everybody else. Well, guess what? They also make great guitar amplifiers, and nobody knew that. Nobody knew that for a very long time. Well, these particular 3 amplifiers I found in a junk shop in Cincinnati, Ohio. I paid $150 for the 3 of them. I hope that was a good deal. I didn't check eBay to make sure. That would have been the smart thing to do. My friend, where do I begin? Mr. Fats Kaplan here on the fiddle and the pedal steel guitar. When I was younger, I would mow Fats Kaplan's lawn in Las Vegas, which is very unique if you don't think that is, because not very many people have a front lawn in Las Vegas at that time in 1982. But that's how we met. And years later, I called him, and luckily he was available to play for you tonight in Miami, Florida. The person to my left that smoke is emanating from is a man I've known for many years. And he also plays piano. That's Ike Owens from Long Beach, California. Think about it. If you had a cousin in your family that was staying at your house, and knowing at first you hear about that he's going to be impending on your personal space, when he's staying in the guest room of your house as a teenager, and then one night you're reading a magazine like Teen Beat or Tiger Beat, and you hear this emanating from the living room. You think to yourself, damn, this cousin I have has talent. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. That's my cousin, Ike Owens, on the piano. This young lady over here, where do I begin? No, I'm asking you, where do I begin? No suggestions? When I first find this young lady in the gutter, literally lying in the gutter on Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee, she hadn't been fed in weeks. The owner of the bar in front of that gutter came out and threw tomatoes at her as she was lying in the gutter. And I created a human shield to block those tomatoes from hitting this young lady. It was only years later that I found out that she was a musician, when I found her in the same gutter in front of the front porch of my house. And do you know who that young lady was? That young lady was Paris Hilton. But over here we have Lily Marici on the fiddle. I guess I should play a song. My imaginary watch says enough time has passed. I think all of you would probably like to see some sort of other entertainment at this point. And I'm just clean out of ideas. So I guess I'll play a song for you. Is that okay with you?